So, instead of having actual proper backup singers, the EBU allowed in 21 and 22 to have pre-recorded backup vocals, and this rule is returning next year as well. I'm here to talk this through, so let's do this. Let's talk Eurovision. Sup, you Eurovision fools. Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. So yes, as I pointed out, the delegations at the Eurovision Song Contest can once again leave their backup singers at home if they wish to do so and use pre-recorded vocals instead. Now, there are a few caveats. The most important rule to that is no lip syncing. So just moving your lips, that's not going to cut it in a nutshell. So let's backtrack just a little bit. Martin Osterdahl, who took over the duties as the executive supervisor of the contest back in 2020, he announced that they would allow pre-recorded backing vocals, which was basically during the pandemic and all, right after the 2020 contest was cancelled. That still hurts talking about it though. But let's have a look at the actual rules in detail. Live performances on stage and songs shall be performed live on stage with a recorded backing track complying with the requirements listed under yada yada. The lead singers of the selected song, the so-called lead vocals, shall perform live on stage only, and eventual vocal supporters for the lead vocals, the lead dubs, shall perform live on stage or off stage only. All other backing vocals performing vocal harmonies, the backing vocals, may perform either live on stage or off stage and or on backing track compliant to the requirements under par hereafter. Now, no onstage contestant, whether lead vocals, lead dubs, or backing vocals or dancers, shall be allowed to lip sync playback in such a way as to make it appear that they are all singing or most of the song when in actuality they are not. The accompanying backing track may optionally contain backing vocals. However, the backing track in question shall not contain lead vocals, lead dubs, and or any other vocals that would have the effect of or aim at replacing or unduly assisting the lead vocals during the live performance on stage. And in case there are live backing vocals on or off stage as part of the act, they shall be mixed with the backing track's backing vocals, if any. So that's a good amount of stuff. To summarize, basically, lead vocalists, they have to sing live. If you're the singer, you better sing live, and anyone singing the main melody, if you will, they also have to sing live. So if you're a backup vocalist, Austria last year comes, or this year, technically calendar year, but Eurovision year last year, Pia comes to mind. She had a backup vocalist with her because she was singing the lead melody, therefore they had to all sing live. Only if it's like the harmonies or any of that sort, that is still allowed to be actually recorded, and you don't have to bring an artist. But that is the rule for 2023. Let's talk about this. Is it good? Is it bad? Or in between? Well, if you know me, I'm a little bit more a traditionalist. I don't know if that's the right word even. I understand that the contest has to evolve and change and adjust. I completely understood, for instance, well, the full-blown orchestra is just no longer sustainable in this day and age. As much as I love it, I get it. Now, the EBU, as well as the supporters of the rule, let me also use the wording that they used. They said they think it's a good thing and it's needed to present, so that the producers and the singers to present their work as close as possible to the original composition, which is a little bit of a pretty big departure from what the contest was. It has been for so many years because it is a live contest. It always has been and hopefully always will be. And what does it mean, getting close as possible? Then just play the flippin' music video on TV, let people vote, and then just call it a day. This is not what the contest is, what this is meant to be. So it's just something I can and never really embrace, this idea. It has to be as perfect as humanly possible or to original, because then the life aspect of it, which is so important, is gone. And another reason that's often mentioned by the producers or people, proponents of that rule, saying that, you know, it saves money by not having to pay for extra singers coming along, so that they can then turn around and bring in extra dancers that they have to pay. So that's what I always laughed at. I'm like, come on, you know, that is just a cop-out. So I understand that maybe it is a burden on some, but then there are workarounds. Don't have a song with backup vocalists, or maybe the EBU can provide that. Think of other events, but just completely taking them away seems a little dramatic in my view. And then saying it also contributes to the technical burden cost for the host broadcasters at all, because, you know, it takes mixing the sound and all that stuff. Well, since they still allow pre-recorded vocals to, they allow backup singers to be there instead of pre-recorded vocals, they have to be ready for that anyways. You can still bring your own singers. It just seems a little bit of a moot point to me when they point that out. Also, that is the part where you want to save money. The singing, there are plenty of other ways to get that accomplished, my friends, rather than just scaling back on something that is a major and significant part of the contest. I mean, you don't go to the Olympics and say, sorry, we don't have enough money, no more bronze medals, they cost too much. It just doesn't make much sense to me. I know, some of you will still push the idea and that it's a good thing, and you're clearly entitled to your own opinion. This is just mine. I feel strongly about it. I do believe that overall this is hurting the contest and its reputation overall. Former artists already previously said or tagged this the Eurovision karaoke contest. I've been a big defender of the contest, but with these rules as they're going, it's just like, I don't know how I can do that without falling into that, yeah, you have a really good point here. And it's karaoke, just with original music, I guess. So, yeah, it's just upsetting to me. I understand it's a TV show. It's a big production, a big one for that matter. So I'm under no illusion. I also understand that money is to be made here and the bills got to be paid. And there are plenty of rule changes that I have embraced, implemented, changing the voting to make it more exciting in the end, rather than just knowing 15 minutes in advance that Euphoria and Fairy Tale are going to win. I think that was a good change, but it didn't really change the integrity of the contest. Changes to the juries and televoting, all of these things. But this one is a big toughie for me. I'm struggling it. And I did an interview a couple of years ago, and I was asked, is there something that the EBU could do that would be a bridge too far, where it would lose your support? And I actually said, if they decide to keep the backup vocal, the pre-recorded vocals for good. And here I am now. I'm like, whoopsie. Look, I'm not here to abandon the contest. So it is just something that it takes authenticity away from the contest. I've also heard the criticism saying, like, you don't understand, Matt. If you have a bad backup vocalist, then it's going to ruin your entire song, blah, blah, blah. First of all, why would you bring bad backup vocalists with you? That seems a little silly. And I like to count the times we really had the situation where the backup vocalists were the reason for a disastrous performance. It hardly ever happens. And honestly, though, that is part of live music with a lot of different things. It's the case then we should not allow any live music at all. Somebody forgetting the lyric, somebody really struggling with the note, the live singers, and the earpiece not working. That happens all the time, and you maybe have a hard time staying in tune. All these things can happen. That is live TV. And it's just always then, it's not meant to be like a music video, because then watch a music video. Usually having backup vocalists to me just enriches the song from the studio version. So more often than not, it's an added benefit. So I think you know that I don't like it. I don't like this change at all. And I have a fear that this is just the beginning, and we're gonna bring even more changes once people are comfortable enough with this one. I just think we're sacrificing quality over what a TV producer wants, and we don't always have to go towards Melodifestivalen, and this is now diss at them because it's a fantastic show, great stuff, but we don't have to make it a copycat of that. Maybe every once in a while we can go a little bit towards Sanremo, which has more of a traditional feel to it, but its charm and authenticity is undeniable. I'm not saying make it Sanremo. No one in their right mind on the international world would get this or had that kind of time, but you get where I'm coming from, right? Eurovision, putting Eurovision together, it's tough, it's complicated, it's a lot of work. I've been witnessing it for many years now, being on side. I have a lot of respect for the hard work that everyone puts into it, but to me, this is just a bridge too far. Curious what you think though. Do you like this? Are you okay with it? You don't like it? It doesn't matter to you? Whatever it is, let me know. Well, you have made it all the way to the end of this video and yet you're still not subscribed. What's up with that? Go ahead and do it. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.